Hello Gemini, and welcome to your reading for October 2022. Gemini, I'm not going to lie, I think this could be a little bit of a challenging month for you. We're starting out the month at a crossroads, so I feel like you're feeling quite flat, even a little bit depressed. I might even push it that far, and you're at a crossroads wondering what direction your life is going to go. Now, I am going to cover just about every aspect of your life here, Gemini. Now, I don't know if this is something that has been building for a while, but you know, you can't do everything in one month, hey? Maybe, because I've got the Overwhelm card in here too. So I've got the Two of Rods and the Ten of Rods. So at a crossroads, don't know where you're going or what you're doing, and then feeling very overwhelmed about it too. So needing to make a decision, but not knowing what is the right decision to make. So I think, Gemini, I might caution you on not making too many hasty decisions in October, because you don't seem to be in quite the right mindset. There's some interesting cards in here. Like, there's some good cards in here, don't get me wrong. It's not all doom and gloom for October, not at all. It's just you seem to be in an interesting headspace where you don't know what you're doing and overwhelmed and feeling a little bit pessimistic and a little bit caged or trapped. There's this trapped feeling around you as well. Now, why are you feeling these things? I've got issues around relationships. I've got issues around the house, maybe moving the house. Got issues around work. I've got issues around a friendship group. You know, I've got issues around your health. They're all coming out in October. I really, really would like to see not all of this happening at once, because who's going to deal with this much going on, Gemini? Nobody's going to deal with this, because by the end of the month, you are absolutely and utterly exhausted, and you might even get sick. That's how exhausted you are. All right, so there's a lot of cards in here showing me that you should be waiting. Okay, my Page is in here, my Page of Pentacles, my Page of Rods. Cards that, yeah, you want to be somewhere, but maybe now isn't the right time, or maybe you could be waiting for a better opportunity to come along. Not saying that you should do nothing, but maybe break this into doing one thing at a time. And the very first thing coming up in here is this relationship. Now, this could be any sort of a relationship. It seems like it's going through a bit of a patch. It could be romantic, it could be family, it could be a friend, something like that. But I feel like it's coming to a bit of an end, or you're going through a rough patch. And you know what? I kind of don't mind if it ends, because I feel like it's going to make you feel a little bit more free. I don't know if you've got a bit of a vampire friend around, you know, someone that pulls all the energy out of you, or a family member that does that, or maybe someone at work that does that. But we're leaving that behind. And yeah, there's guilt in here. Don't get me wrong. You're feeling quite guilty about this too, but I really don't want you to. No, it might be time to just be a little bit selfish and look after yourself before you start looking after everybody else around you. I just feel like you're crumbling under a bit of pressure this month. There's so much going on. I really would like you to take a bit more time out for yourself. Don't try and do everything at once. You don't have to solve the world's problems or all your problems in 4 weeks. That's a lot to do, and you don't need to. I want you to sit back and relax and just let things flow, because you are going to end up in this place where you're so overwhelmed that you're probably going to make yourself sick. So how about, Gemini, we just woo up a bit this month, put on the brakes a tiny bit, just a tiny bit, and sort things out one by one. That relationship is probably the first thing, like the first thing we need to deal with. Then after that, we can move forward and do some other things. But really, that is the very first thing. And maybe that's all we need to do for October, not everything else at the same time. If you're making all these decisions when you're a bit depressed, don't know what you're doing, overwhelmed and feeling pessimistic, sometimes we don't make the right choices and we might regret later on. So maybe don't make a whole heap of decisions in October. Yes, the relationship ending is a good thing as far as I'm concerned, looking at the cards. Up to you what you do about that, but I'm telling you what the cards are saying. Maybe it's time to let that person go. And then I would like to see a different ending to October for you, Gemini. So if we change the mindset around everything going on here, then we may have a different ending than you feeling quite unwell and fatigued and just like you've got no energy left whatsoever. When it comes to work, sure, look at other opportunities that are around, because there are some other ones around here for you, but that might be enough. You know, the house thing, the big holiday thing, everything else, maybe they can just wait a little bit. Just breathe, Gemini, just breathe and you'll be okay. I feel like I just want to say to you, slow down, take a breath, go with the flow a bit more, do a couple of things, only a couple of things that you can handle this month. And if you feel yourself getting really, really exhausted, then maybe it's time to just have a little break from everything. Okay, thank you for listening. Good luck for October, and I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.